I've been in like sick haze.
Mhm.
So last night I had turned my NHL notifications to a goal horn. And I was so mad because it's delayed, so it doesn't happen as the goal. So it's delayed. So goal horns kept going off, and my phone's always on silent. So for some reason it was off silent, and goal horns kept going. I was like, so hard. I was so mad. Really story of the night.
Welcome to Sass and Slapshots, a podcast for women who love hockey by women who love hockey. We're here to give listeners weekly news, game analysis, and cultural hockey conversations from the perspective of two women who found hockey later in life. There's no shame in our game, from veteran fans to rookies just discovering hockey. Everyone is welcome to learn more and encouraged to become obsessed with the best sport on the planet. Let's dive like Ben into today's episode.
Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. Sarah and I decided to push back the launch date because we both were struck with just sickness.
It hit hard, like so bad.
Okay, so we went to the Sabres game together,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually so much fun because it was like 4 or 5 of our girlies that we met on Threads who are also Avalanche fans, so we all got to meet up, and that's like one of the coolest aspects of this community.
Yes.
But y'all know it was really, really bad when I'm like 3 rows from the glass, I'm having the time of my life, and we make a goal, and I don't even know who made it, and I tried to stand up to do the hey, 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 and I was like, oh, no. This is bad.
This isn't happening.
I turned to our friend who I actually had given a ride down to Ball to, hi Jay, if you're listening, and I said, hey, I have to go now.
Yeah.
She was like, what? It's like, yeah, I need to leave this arena right now. And I sped like a wild child all the way home. I think I went 100 on 25 just to try to get home. I
Just
literally
make
crawled into bed.
Oh.
It's like, So anyway, I texted Sarah and I was like, there's just no way in hell that I'm going to be able to do this. And then your daughter got sick.
Yeah, it was like the day after, I think you had texted me and you're like, it's not happening. And I was like, oh, that's really good because my daughter has a temperature and now we're in like sick mode. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was just telling V, like, it felt like my house is a CVS pharmacy there for like a week. It was just insanity.
It
And
was just
the
terrible
good thing
timing.
is we didn't get it. So we were able to care for her because we
Yeah.
were healthy. But it was just, it's so hard. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
know.
hard. When anyone in the family gets sick, it's just,
Yeah,
the
'cause
whole
then it's like a
dynamic
domino
shifts.
effect, and you're just
It
like,
is.
oh my god, when
Yeah.
is this gonna end?
yeah.
But we're
So,
all
yeah.
good now.
Yeah,
So
right.
no sickness.
Crossing fingers it stays
Yeah,
that way.
knock on some wood. We're good.
Yeah.
And we're recording this on November 23rd, so it is opening weekend of the PWHL, which is the Professional Women's Hockey League. So it's our favorite time of year because literally at any time during the day,
There's a hockey game on. Yes. Yes.
And it's
Just
it's
finished
fantastic.
watching. They just finished watching the Boston Fleet Big Claw
Yeah,
game. So it was a
Wow.
great game, but also surprising. Had some surprising
very
dynamics to it.
surprising. I was underwhelmed by Montreal's showing, which is very interesting because usually they're a very physical team and
Yes.
they grind, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Boston came out and they were just like so
On it.
plucky.
Yeah,
They were just
on it.
like boom, 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 offense,
Mhm.
offense opportunities, and they're going to be interesting to watch this year, especially with the Golden Eyes, who have the same kind of style of play,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
fast and
Very
the
quick.
offensive zones. It's just
Mhm.
great. So
Well, and the penalties, Victoire just kept getting
Effing
penalty
up,
after
man.
penalty after penalty. I was like, guys, calm down.
you know how there's like this dad trope of like the dad football fan who on Sunday like gets a big meal and then falls asleep in front of his
Yeah.
recliner.
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to never understand that. I really
I
didn't.
get
But
it now.
I was watching. I fell asleep during the Boston Montreal game, like halfway through, and it's just like
Take a nap.
the ambient sports noise in the background, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, yes.
Yes.
So anyway, that was my alarm to wake up.
Funny story. I actually posted this on Threads, but last night during the game, and like I said, I've been in like sick haze. So last night I had turned my NHL notifications to a goal horn. And I was so mad because it's delayed, so it doesn't happen as the goal. So it's delayed. So goal horns kept going off, and my phone's always on silent. So for some reason it was off silent, and goal horns kept going. I was like, I was so mad.
That
I
was a
so
mistake.
mad. And then when I figured it out, I was like, I feel like the stupidest person on the planet because I could not figure out what was going on.
It's okay.
Anyway,
You're very pretty. You're very pretty.
silly story of the night. Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. Well, today we are going to talk about the Anaheim Ducks and how they have just, soared literally to top 5 in the league, which hasn't really happened since I've been a hockey fan. And it's kind of like they're the butt of the NHL joke, right? It's like them and the Sharks. It's like, who's at the bottom? Oh, it's got to be San Jose and Anaheim, right? Always.
And then for a little while, the Blackhawks as well.
Right.
Just
they're kind of middle of the road this year, aren't they? I mean, they're not doing great, but they're not at the very, very bottom.
They're not at the bottom, right?
Which is surprising.
Getting better. So same for the San Jose Sharks. It's been surprising watching them, but I love watching the duo.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrini and Smith. They're fun to watch.
Macklin Celebrini. Celebrini. Chip. Oh my gosh.
Oh, when that happened, but the next game, man, it was fixed. I was like, I want the name of his dentist.
He was not playing.
It was done.
He knows. He's like, this is my profession right here.
Right,
this beautiful mug.
But yeah, the Ducks have been really surprising. Surprising.
They really have been. And I really wanted to kind of dig into them because I didn't know what was contributing to their success this year. And so that's what I did. And that's what this episode is about. But I really want to know on the nerdy side more about their statistics and who they've been in the past. What's their identity been in the past with the numbers aspect?
Yeah. I was looking at that today, some of the stats. And one of them that really struck me was their power play. Like last year, they had a conversion rate of 11.8% on the power play. And this year it's gone up to 20. Well, I think this was stats from before last night, 23.7. I think it went down after last night. I think they're at 20 point. I wrote it down. It's 20% in the 20% range after last night, but that's 16th. So they went from bottom of the league to mid-range.
Jumped right up. Okay.
This year. So that, and again, as Avalanche fans, we know how important the power play is because ours is not so great.
Yeah, I've been criticized for being too hard on the power play online, and I really couldn't give a rat's ass because the power play is shit.
Right. It is. It is. I mean, one game we had an insane power play stat, and that's it. One game.
I think and to the Avalanche coach credit, you don't have to be great on the power play if your 5-on-5 is perfect. But the problem is that our 5-on-5 isn't perfect 100% of the time.
100%.
And so we always have the power play as our detriment. And, we hired Hackstall, and he was supposed to be the miracle worker on ice and fix this power play situation because I guarantee you, we're going to have first round in the playoffs. It's going to be the fucking Stars. And it's going to be the same situation. And that's what we're trying to prevent. And so why I'm so hard on them is because it matters.
It needs to be fixed. Yeah.
Months from now when everybody's bitching about the power play.
Right.
I'm just...
We bitched about it first.
Yeah, I'm just a hipster, okay? I bitched about it first. But with the Ducks, I'm very... The background is very interesting because of their coach, who is extremely problematic, which we'll get into.
So one of the things that surprised me was how busy the Ducks were in the offseason. So they traded, I think it's, again, these names, Zegras.
We're trying our best, guys.
Zegras to Philly for a second-round pick in this year's draft, not 2026, but 2025, and a fourth-round pick. Gave away Gibson to the Detroit Red Wings for a new goaltender. And again, names, Matt Mrazek. Ooh, I think I did good on that one. And got 2 more draft picks. So, they're picking up some draft picks here.
They've been strategic.
Yeah. Big one is Chris Kreider, 34-year-old, second line left winger, acquired from the Rangers. He's doing great for them right now. They're in 11 games. He got 9 goals. So, and 5 of those are on the power play. So, he went on a little streak there for him. So, I mean, that's That's pretty big. 9 goals in 11 games, 5 on the power play. That's great. So big for them. They re-signed their goalie in Dostal. So also great because he stood on it. I mean,
Yeah. And then they had Truba from New York.
Yeah.
And he kind of got out of there right as some controversy was brewing. He's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I'm out.
And when I saw that, you know, when I initially did, I was like, their captain to the Ducks? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone in the league was like, oh, that's a rough demotion right there.
Right.
But now he's the one laughing at us. So, you know, they have Truba and they have Carlson, who was the number 1 pick in 2023. So all of these strategic draft picks and these trades have really set them up for success this year. Plus, they completely rehauled their entire coaching staff. Joe Quenneville, who we call Coach Q, was acquired in May 2025 from... he wasn't with a team because with the Chicago Blackhawks, or I guess the Florida Panthers, he went from the Blackhawks to the Panthers. Then he had time off in the NHL, and now he's with the Ducks. And the reason he had that lapse in his resume, because he knew of a Chicago Blackhawks player that was being sexually assaulted by another member of the coaching staff. And he basically said nothing. I wouldn't go as far as say covertly covered it up, but he knew about it and he didn't do anything about it. And so he was fired, and apparently he was, you know, kicked out of the NHL. And Bettman, the chairman, I believe, the GM, what is his? The head of the NHL. The guy who makes all the shitty decisions that we bitch about.
Right. That guy
said, you know, like, oh, like he'll have to basically move planets to come back into this league. And of course, here he fucking is again because there's no consequences for sexual assault in any capacity. So that's the issue with Coach Q. And while he's an unsavory person, he is a phenomenal coach. And that's why he's back.
Right.
You know, and that's, if the phenomenal coach, you know, he was a third year as head coach of the Panthers, and they were off to a 7-0-0 start when he resigned, with 2 more additional years on the contract, with more than $15 million left. And he resigned, he quit, or was kicked out because of that. But now he's back with the Ducks, and they have an entire new coaching staff. So, you know, they've been strategic with their draft picks. They have traded some really talented players to their roster. They are getting deeper with their lines, and they have a coaching staff that has proven that they cultivate a winning culture. So it's just been very interesting to see them rise. You know, Joe and I, we decided to go to the Veterans Day game, which was the Ducks game.
The Ducks.
And it was because it was like 30% off. We were like right behind the penalty box. It was going to be the closest we had ever been to the players. You know, we were like, this is going to be such an easy game, easy peasy game. It's going to be fun. No, it was not an easy peasy game. It was scary. Scott Wedgwood got bowled over. I was going to kill number 2. He's on my shit list.
He's on the list. He made it. Congrats.
It's like Eberle's still number 1 because of his severing Cogliano's fucking spine.
Right.
Way back when. When Cogliano was playing and not in front office. I know. He's the best.
Miss Cogs.
My first hockey player like crush, the first one that I actually cared about. And so Eberle in Seattle like ran him over. He boarded him. And
you were like, no.
And I was like, you're dead to me. And so
you are
I
no
think,
longer a player I like.
cross me, catch these hands. And then I think number 2 on the Ducks is Lambeau. If I'm not mistaken, he is the one who ran into Scott right into his groin.
His interview after was so funny. He was like, I would be speaking higher.
He is such a funny dude,
like
man.
Wedge.
Yeah. So we got those tickets and we were pleasantly surprised because at the time they were number 2 in the league. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they're at, you know, in April at the end of the regular season and see how they do in playoffs, if they make it to playoffs. You know,
If they get there, yeah. Which,
you know,
right now, I mean, it's kind of
yeah.
it would be hard to say they wouldn't make the playoffs right now,
Right.
but it is still, it's still
hockey,
early. Yeah. Anything can
and
happen.
anything can happen. And, I do think that as hockey fans, we forget about the trade deadline
Oh my God.
and the
I'm
trauma.
blocking that out right now.
I do. See?
I'm blocking it out right now.
Like, we don't know.
I know, like, I think I know what's going to happen, and it breaks
let me
my
hear
heart.
the predictions. Let me hear it.
I think Sammy G will not be with us any longer. That's just a thought. I could be wrong. But it's there in my head.
I know Joe is on the other line, like, crying because he loves him some Sammy G.
Again, I could be wrong, but the injuries and just what we're paying for him when other guys have stepped up and really done quite the similar what Gerard does for what we could get them for a whole lot less money.
Yeah. I mean, with Brindley and Olofsson, like, it's kind of been filled. What do you think about Logan O'Connor and some of the other, and Kiwi, I guess?
They said an unrelated setback to his injury, which I'm wondering if that was the birth of his child.
I mean, yeah.
Which could very well could be, but that normally doesn't set players back. So I don't know if maybe it's just something else happened because he was skating non-contact. He's supposed to be back November, December timeline, but then, they came out and said non-related injury to his hip. So who knows? It could have been at practice. It could have been, with players injuring themselves at dinner now.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We have two guys down from dinner outings. They need to be chaperoned.
Barbecues. Yeah. Right.
I mean, listen, I've had some good barbecue that's put me on my butt, but not in that way. So
not in that way. But who knows? LOC has his contract for a while. I don't remember the exact details of it right now, but he's with us for a little bit longer. Evie, I don't know about because his contract, I want to say, is up this year. I'll have to check that out because, again, I'm trying to block the trade deadline from my brain.
I know we don't want to think about it, but we got
after
to.
last year, I try and just trauma.
I know.
Not think about it.
Fans are
Miko was my favorite. I know.
We gotta talk about Miko, friend.
Gosh. So he was my favorite player.
What the fuck?
Right. I loved Miko. Have his jersey, have the big moose shirt. We both have.
We both have it.
Love Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah.
He was you said Cogs was your first NHL crush.
Yeah.
Mikko was mine. The big physicality, the shots from his spot. I always called it his spot.
I mean, he's the moose. How can you not love the moose?
The moose was loose. It was so good. And to see him
become
adopt
a Stars
the
player.
Well, he adopted the Dallas play of I'm gonna be an asshole.
Yep. Everyone online, everyone is like, I can't believe, and I'm like, I'm sitting here yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. It sucks, but that's the way they play. And I thought initially with the new coach that culture would change, but it did not. That's just their style of play.
It doesn't seem to have changed. And I hated Marchman.
Yeah.
And now he's with the Kraken and he's playing hockey. He's not just flopping around on the ground drawing penalties. He's actually playing hockey, which is, I'm like, am I going to actually like Marchman?
How dare you? No, you will not.
Right. It's what is happening?
That's against our blood. But I see what you're saying. It just seems to be the Dallas type of hockey. They just flop, they draw penalties, they play dirty, and it feels like they go out of their way to hurt the other team. And I hate that. That is not what it's supposed to be.
Just play good hockey.
And it scares the shit out of me with Landy. I have this nightmare scenario where someone's gonna get it in their head that I can take out Landy and it's gonna be a Dallas Stars player, and they're just gonna do it, and that scares me. But watching Mikko deteriorate into a Stars fan or a Stars player has been really sad to watch.
Tragic. Yeah. And I watched it last night, so I switched over because I watched the Dallas games because I want them. That sounds so terrible. I want them to lose.
You hate watching them.
I do. It's bad.
I watch them on, I have the
it's
app.
All the Dallas fans listening. I am sorry. I'm sure you feel the same about Avs.
Yeah. This is not going to be... you can whoever hockey club you want.
Right. But we're really not Dallas.
I really do not like Dallas. I
don't either.
I went to Carolina, too, and it's the same way I feel about Duke. It's it feels wrong on my tongue. Like, yeah,
Right.
Duke.
You do not mention Dallas.
I
in this
don't.
house. Yeah.
I don't like Dallas, and I don't like Duke, and that's just a part of me you're gonna have to accept if you want to listen.
Right. Well, that's same. Like, I'm not going to talk nice about Dallas. I'm sorry. I will
Probably
apologize
not.
now. Second episode, I am going to say I'm sorry. I will never talk well about Dallas.
Especially with how fucked up they are about the youth hockey in the state of Texas.
Oh.
We should do an episode on that because
Yes.
it is so messed up.
So I actually wrote an article on it, and I've got to send it to you. So
Great, perfect.
you can cut this out.
No, this is great.
I just remembered I wrote an article about it because it was about their legal woes.
Mhm.
So not only are they facing the youth sports, and there's no legal battle with the youth sports right now. There's just a probe into what's going on.
Right.
And that is basically they are taking over programs and then charging more because it's affiliated with the Dallas Stars. And it's costing parents so much money that they can't afford to keep their kids in youth.
Right.
Hockey.
They're pricing out middle class and
Yeah.
poorer families from hockey and
Correct.
creating a hockey monopoly in Texas, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they're also facing legal battle, like they're actually going to court about their facility. So the Mavericks, they're in a battle with the Mavericks.
Yeah, I remember that. briefly.
Over American Airlines Center. Basically, I mean, it's kind of weird because Mavericks are saying, hey, you're not doing what you said you're going to do in your lease. We want to do this with renovations, and you said you would, and now you won't pay for renovations. Right.
Yeah.
Evidently, they're supposed to have their headquarters in Dallas, and it's in Frisco.
Okay.
So they're basically saying, hey, you're not keeping to what you said in your lease. And Dallas is like, yes, we are. So they're in a legal battle right now over American Airlines Center.
There's just a lot going on with the Dallas organization as a whole that I don't agree with. And, as a person that came into hockey really late, one of my regrets in life is not discovering hockey earlier or being introduced.
Yes.
Like, listen, I could be in the PWHL right now. Who the hell knows? Who knows what could have happened?
It could have been different, right?
Right. And like people who put barriers to that, I have I have a really big axe to grind with them.
Sass and Slapshots is proudly supported by Double Hockey Sticks, the hockey brand that's flipping the script on what hockey culture looks like. Born from a queer creator in an unconventional hockey market, Double Hockey Sticks celebrates fans from all walks of life who are ready to take up space at the rink.
From their Hockey is Gay line to the Drop Gloves Punch Nazis collection, their gear is bold, loud, and unapologetically inclusive. Double Hockey Sticks is redefining what it means to be a hockey fan, one design at a time.
Be part of the hockey culture shift by visiting doublehockeysticks.com and wear your hockey heart out loud.
Click the link in our show notes to be a part of the movement. Use code SAS15 for 15% off at checkout through the end of the year.
And so, fuck Dallas. Fuck Dallas.
Fuck Dallas.
And I'm sorry if you're a fan. Moving on.
Hang on. Yeah, let's move.
So, in conclusion, the Ducks are a team to watch, and I think that their fans are kind of due for a not rebuilding year, for a not being at the bottom of the league year. And as a millennial, I mean, I know they're not the Mighty Ducks anymore. I know, but they are.
Well, I've been really impressed with their marketing team this year.
Chef's kiss.
Supremely impressed with their marketing team this year. The masks on opening night.
Mm-hmm. And the draft, they had the star of the Mighty Ducks come out and announce the draft picks, and then I believe they flew their draft pick to Anaheim, to Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
That's rad.
And now they've got, have you seen the Ducks, like, Crocs? Like the shoes?
No.
Yes, look it up. They've got like orange duck shoes that are like Crocs, and the players are wearing them. So it's so funny.
That is hilarious.
And it's something
My
like,
God.
I'm so jealous because even in playoffs, we got like a pom-pom.
Yeah. It's always kind of lame with the abs in their
I'm
accoutrement.
like, okay.
Yeah, I was
abs.
like, this isn't...
We're sold out pretty much every home game in pom-poms.
Pom-pom?
That's
Give
the
me a
best you
fucking
got.
Bigfoot mask, my friend.
Yes, I will wear a Yeti mask. Don't even start with
That
me.
would be unhinged, but it would be great.
Do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
But, like
The mask is such a good idea, and they looked so sick all lined up.
So sick. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful from Anaheim's marketing team.
The
Good job.
little girl
Good
in
job.
me was like, ah!
Right. Well, I watched Mighty Ducks, loved it. My daughter has a Mighty Ducks jersey.
That's awesome.
We love it.
Yeah.
So to see the mask and like the old school,
Mhm.
like I was like, oh my
I
gosh,
am really
what? And I'm
loving-
not even a Ducks fan.
I really like all the old school retro like
I do
throwbacks
too.
we're doing this year. I mean, outside of the Nordiques and the Whalers, like that's really cool. But like the
do, yeah.
Ducks and I mean Detroit's throwback jerseys, holy shit. I mean, that is some drip.
So pretty,
as the kids would say.
So pretty.
Oh, the leather imitate. Oh,
Mm.
it's just
Mhm.
beautiful. It really
It
is.
is, and it looks so good on the ice too. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, I know. It's
good
like,
job, good job,
Good job. Good job,
You
marketing.
did great. The Ducks, going back to them, Carlson
Mhm.
is insane. Youngest player in franchise history to reach 100-point milestone.
Wow.
Great. He's currently tied for 5th in the league for points with names like Nylander and Eichel and Draisaitl, and he's edging out Draisaitl by a point, and Natchez
That's insane to see. a
and
Ducks
Robertson
player.
from Dallas. And yeah, that's what I'm like.
Like,
Dude.
wow. Okay.
55 shots on goal in 22 games.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see
2
it.
shorthanded goals. So again, going back to the power play conversation, 2 shorthanded goals, 2
Ugh.
power play goals.
There's
It-
nothing
it's
like
kind
a
of a-
shorthanded.
I know. It's one of those things where you're just like,
Yeah.
yes.
I know. Come on, look at them. See what they do, copy it. Yeah, that's good for them. And I'm happy for them as an organization, just for their fans. Like
Right.
they've been
They
the
needed it.
underdogs for a really, really long time, and maybe it's their time to shine. So that's what I love about hockey too. Like, we can say this now in November, and they could be at the bottom of the league in a month. You never know. And
So
that's
could
the
we.
best part. Yeah, I know. It's
But,
terrifying.
it's a hard, and that I think that's why hockey is so amazing. You never know. Like you
Mhm.
think you know how a game is going to go. Like the game last night with the Avs against the Predators.
So I didn't watch this game. Thank God. Thank God.
Be thankful. The score does not reflect what happened in that game.
Yeah, I heard from threads blowing up and from you texting me and Joe. But
Oh.
I was sad that I missed Blackwood's first shutout, but that was the
Yes.
only good thing that happened in that game, I heard.
Other than Burns, like Burns came out on his skates and just was like, I'm
15
shooting it.
seconds.
And 15 seconds in scored.
I was like, "Ah."
So, I mean, just bullet straight to the net.
I'm really
it was
liking
great.
that new pattern of just
Yes.
boom, first point. I'm like, this is a great way to set up the game.
Starts game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like taking the lead and keeping the lead.
I do not like coming from behind.
No. We
Nope.
did that so much last year that
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I'm very
It's-
over it.
It's fun when you come back and win, but it's also fun to take the lead and keep the lead so that you're not stressed in the
I'm
entire
just stressed
game.
the whole freaking game when they do that shit.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah.
the third period is our best period, but like, can it be our best period without being at the bottom of
Right.
the game? That'd be great.
Right. That'd be great.
Yeah. My shins,
But they
like,
kept us,
ugh.
yeah, they kept us to 1 goal the entire game.
Yeah.
Again, the score does not reflect what happened in that game.
Mhm.
So many turnovers, just not our best night. And the words like escape
Yeah.
me because it's
Yeah.
just,
it just felt like a grind. Like,
and just
I hate
not
those
good.
games where it's like,
Yeah.
baby boys, I know that you're the top in the world. Can we act like it, please?
please.
And it's
Well, they kept trying to get it into the slot, and all the Preds were just sitting there. I'm like, guys, there's 4 players in the slot. You're not going to be able to get it in there.
you're not
right
going to
now.
get it through that traffic. Like, you gotta
Yeah,
find
it's
another
not
way.
going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then they kept doing it. I was just like, okay, all right, cool. This is how this is going to go. Cool. Okay. All right.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Well, hopefully tonight will be different.
Yes, and it's Landy's birthday, so I'm manifesting a goal for him that does not
Yeah.
get taken
That
away.
that does not get challenged. Hopefully,
Oh,
Jesus
right.
Christ. I feel like it's
So
the
bad.
NHL officials versus Landy, and I hate that. Poor guy.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart. And then him talking about coming home and his kids like cheering. And that's how like he woke up the game after he got his goal. It was like the kids cheering because their mom was telling him about his goal. And I'm just like, oh,
It's so wholesome.
so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Captain, my
but
captain. I love him.
I know.
so
I love him so
much.
And he brings so much. I know we're supposed to be talking about the Ducks, but like he brings so much to our locker room
Yeah.
that yeah, his points and yeah, his gameplay isn't where he used to be, which no one expected it to be because I mean that 2 years off almost 3, right?
3
I mean,
years.
it was quite a significant amount of time for an injury.
Mhm.
To come back and be the same player. It's going to take some time.
It's
Like,
unrealistic. But I mean,
right.
like, even for him to be on the ice was unrealistic until he made it a
Right.
reality with his
And
recovery.
he did it. So, but you can see an obvious shift in the attitude of the players.
I think 3 or 4 games ago, I can't remember, Ross Colton was being interviewed by the broadcasting team late night after post game. And, you know, they were like, what do you think is attributing to your success? And he's like, the locker room just feels different now. Like, it feels like we're going to win with Landy behind us. He's like, just the whole vibe of the organization is different, and we're here for the cup. And he's like, and that's what we're going to get.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like, you're right. A hockey player isn't just what they do on the ice, and that's something that I definitely learned through becoming a obsessed fan is, like, what goes on off the ice and in the locker room and in these players' lives. It's just as important as their performance on the ice and the opportunities they can create and the points that they can put up. And having Landy back is just, it's invaluable.
It is. It really is.
You know, I think wasn't he like the youngest captain ever in the NHL?
I want to say one of.
Okay, so the youngest permanent captain in NHL history is Connor McDavid. And then at the age of 19, and he took the title from Landy, who was the youngest at 19 as well. So 19 years and 266 days, that's McDavid, and Landy was 19 years, 286 days.
Oh my goodness. So like 20 days.
Yeah.
But it brings, it brings to mind last year and just how disjointed everything seemed, even from the beginning with all the injuries to even the playoffs before Landy came back. It was like something just doesn't feel right last year.
It wasn't the Avalanche. And
yeah,
at this time last year, Nichushkin was coming back.
Correct.
Which is funny because now he's out. But he's played more than he played last year, time last year. You know, and then we swapped the lumberyard. Rantanen's gone. Landy's back. And they did like one trade in the offseason this year. And so I think keeping the permanence and keeping the guys with Landy has really been their strategy. And it's fun to see them develop.
We're in the win now strategy.
8 games.
Right. We're not in the rebuild yet. Like we're not in the we're worried about draft picks. We're worried about we're winning now while we have this superstar with, Nate and Kale, Natchez, that power that we have
the
now.
Core. We have the lines, we have the depth, and we have the captain back. And I think
when LOC comes back,
oh my God. It's gonna be great.
Mean, the depth is going to be insane. Yeah. And people said depth is our problem. And I'm like, guys, we have depth. I would say we have depth scoring more than some of the top guys at the moment.
Yeah. No, our fourth line is insane. Like, every single line.
Our depth is not our problem right now.
No, our depth is not our problem. Our fucking power play is our problem.
Our power plays are. Now, our penalty kill is, chef's kiss.
Oh, it's like 90%.
Great job.
It's insane.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
insane.
We can definitely kill a penalty. So that's great. But, like, we have problems creating offensive chances during the power play, and it's gonna bite us in the ass, and that's the only reason I harp on it is because I know it's gonna be playoffs, and people are gonna be like, "What about the power play?" And I'm gonna be like, "Well,"
and I know it sounds simplistic, but the more you pass, the more opportunities you have for a turnover. That's just what it is. I mean, I know that's a simple way to say it. It's more complicated than that. I get that. I know I'm not an NHL player. I know there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
But the more you pass it, the more chance the other team has to turn it over and get in the way of that pass and get in the way of that lane. Shoot it. Like, at least if you lose it off of a rebound, at least you got a chance.
You tried.
Right.
The Boston game, like, those girls did not give a shit what the situation was in front of them.
Oh.
They were going to shoot the puck.
And
that is going to be their success. And I just want to sit all of our boys in a room and say, look at them shoot the puck. Look at them create those chances. Look at the garbage in front of the net. Look how she gets that garbage. That's what you need to do, friend.
Yeah.
But, that's just the way of the game right now. And I'm really glad our 5-on-5 and our PK is what it is.
Right.
But there is a glaringly obvious issue.
Right. We would not be where we are if it wasn't for our goalies.
Yep. Scott
I'm going to
Wedgwood,
state that
really.
right now. Right.
Yeah.
Right. We wouldn't be where we are without that. And, and our 5-on-5 is great. Is it perfect? No.
No,
But
certainly not. But it's great.
It's good enough to get us where we're at,
which is number one. So,
which is number one, and 8-game wins, and that's great. But like you said, there's going to come a time where that.
We're going to have to address the elephant in the room.
Right.
And the cows are going to have to come home. And I don't know what other animal saying I can put out there, but.
Put it out there, yeah. But to keep with that, one of the quotes I found from Anaheim was puck possession is what's changed so much for them and what they're harping on with their young guys. And what they're really sitting them down and saying is puck possession, hang on to it. And if we lose it, get it back as fast as we can. And that struck with me because, again, we could get complicated and we could talk about all the in-depth strategies in hockey, but puck possession is so important. And face-off.
I feel like coaches and players alike in every single media interview I hear from the top of the league to the bottom of the league is we want to play simple hockey. We want to play simple, non-technical hockey.
Right.
And I like that the Ducks are just focusing on that because
puck possession. Get it, keep it.
I love Natchez. I do. I love him, but he dances too much on the ice, and he commits the most fucking turnovers, and it's because you're not playing simple hockey.
Right. You're trying to make a pretty goal and a pretty pass, and sometimes we just need that down, dirty, gritty. Brent Burns, I'm gonna shoot it.
I love him. It's when Natchez is fast and he's not dancing, he's just going. And what struck me the most during the Ducks game was their speed. Because the Avalanche are notorious for being the fastest team. Like, they will outskate you every day of the week. But Anaheim kept up. And I think that puck possession and that speed is going to keep them up in the top 5 or 10.
Absolutely. It would be fun to watch them in the playoffs this year, too. I really think it's going to be a fun watch. They're, I think we covered a lot of it, but to see some of the young guys, their rookie, Bennett Seneca, also 11 points. Like, he's tied in the lead for rookies on goals.
That's insane.
In the NHL.
Yeah.
That's great. To have a rookie that can come out there and do that for you is phenomenal.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we have some rookie luck too, like with Olofsson and Brindley.
Yeah. Oh, Brindley.
I know.
Dude, his zone entry, I will say it every time we talk about Brindley. His zone entry makes me just so happy.
So happy, yeah.
Like you said, Natchez is turning it over because he's trying to make it pretty and highlight reels. And I love Natchez, like you said, but he does have that problem of, like, I want that highlight reel instead of I'm just going as fast as I can and getting down to the net.
Right.
But Brindley's zone entry is fast, quick, and he just dodges so well. It's great.
He creates lane chances.
Brindley.
And it's beautiful to watch.
I'm a Brindley fan.
Yeah, I mean, like, I really love our rookies. And watching younger players like Macklin and Will Smith and the gentleman on the Ducks, like Bedard, and like all of these, like, I love the veterans that we have currently. And I love the guys that, like, I've grown up with, quote unquote, since becoming a fan. But I love looking back at the younger generation and being like, they're going to be so sick.
So much fun.
Like, it's going to be so fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're going to keep the game exciting. So,
which is great. Good for us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more involved the sport can get because of how fast it is and how intense it is. Yeah. Because there are players that elevate the game, like Cale Makar, like Nathan McKinnon. I'm blanking on every other person other than
I say Avs,
just the current generational talent that we have across the league right now elevated the game to a new height. And I don't know if it can get much more elevated than what it is right now. But I love that for me because now I get to watch these incredible players just sustain that level of play. Right. And that's wild for the league.
And, the surprising thing is you can have an amazing player and the team is still not there. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
the Oilers with McDavid, he's a phenomenal, one of the best in McDavid. And the Oilers just can't find a way to
Sidney fucking Crosby, the Penguins, which they're doing better this year. Aren't they doing actually?
Yeah, they're doing really good right now.
Where are they right now?
I say
Okay.
I enjoyed watching the Global Series. That was really fun.
Okay. They're middle of the league right now. But, they've been kind of shit for a while. And it's like, they have Sidney freaking Crosby. This is a generational
Malkin,
talent.
yeah.
Everybody knows who Sidney
Malkin.
Crosby is. And, it's like I think of Scott Wedgwood with the Predators, right? He was with the Predators.
Mhm.
His record
Yes. Yeah,
from the Predators to the Avs, it's like you not only have to be a skilled player, a different kind of player, but you have to be in the right team with the right
yes.
coaches that are helping you develop your skills and your game. So it's like right place,
It's
right
important.
time. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
important to have a whole.
Mm-hmm. And it reminded me of Mikko last year. Like, Mikko last year on the Stars was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he got there after he said, fuck you, Carolina. And he was like, I'm the star now. And I'm taking blew it out of the water.
Right.
And, I think that because of because of our generational talent and the way that we cultivate them on the Avs, I don't think he was getting a fair shot at being who he could have been.
Who he
on
could
the
have
ice.
been. Right.
And he did. So it really just depends on the culture.
What
It
you got,
depends on the development. It depends on
the whole puzzle. Not
it's
just
everything.
A piece of it.
It's not just being talented isn't enough.
Right. Oh, not in this league. No.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, with that, I think that we are going to wrap up this episode. It was kind of a mishmash.
It was.
But you learned about Coach Q and the Ducks and their rise to fame, and I really hope that they continue on their tear. I think it'll be fun to have them in the mix moving forward in the regular season. Hopefully, knock on wood, postseason.
And maybe we can take a note from their power play progression.
One can hope.
One can hope.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will talk to you next week. Until then, bye.
Adios.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Sass and Slapshots. If you're craving more hockey content from us before next week's drop, have no fear. We're two chronically online hockey nerds.
Check out our Substack, social media channels, and support links below. If you're interested in sponsorship or collaboration, feel free to reach out at sassandslapshots.com.
Special shout out to our editor, Joe Bogelmill, and our graphic designer, Corey Tyler.
We appreciate all of the support and can't wait to chat with you next week. Bye.
Bye.